I guess better. He's had an academic meeting. He'll be at practice today, but I guess better. He's lost weight. I mean, he's going to have to get some weight back and see from there.
You ever figure out what it was?
They don't know. All they're saying is he's lost 7 pounds and must have had something going on. They don't know what it was, but we will see.
He didn't have a lot to lose. He didn't have a lot to lose, did he?
What do you mean?
He's pretty thin anyway.
No, he looked thin. He looks thin, and that's why I said I don't know. I want to see him in the practice setting and then start figuring out what we do and what's the timetable.
Cal, what was your reaction to what Sean said yesterday about your guys, about the vibe he said he got from the telethon and some of that stuff?
You know, at the telethon and whatever these guys have done, they were hugging volunteers. So I don't know where you got that. There maybe someone didn't know him or something. I don't know. But I love what our kids are about, and what they've done academically, what they do in the community, and this is being here is a big deal, and it's hard to deal with all the stuff that goes around. But these guys seem to do it pretty well.
Were you upset or disappointed that he would say something?
Somebody hit me. Look, you guys know I don't deal with all that stuff. So someone said something to me about it, and I just said, "What?" All right, well, I need some more tape anyway, so.
Isn't it a little different, though? I mean, you've been so welcoming of the former players where previous regimes were not. And then for that to happen right for this game.
Knowing Sean, I figured he misspoke. I chalk it up to that, and I move on. I'm not taking it personal. Our kids, you may have talked to them. I bet you half of them didn't even know he said anything. I mean, we didn't. Look, this program, do you know how much is said about this program and me personally? Oh, my gosh. You think I look like that? I mean, I don't listen to it. And then the other stuff is that I walk on water. Guess what? I don't. I'm a regular guy, a sinner like everybody else, and I try to do my job. I don't buy into all that stuff. Say what you want. 50 years from now, people evaluate the jobs we've done, where we've been, and that's all I can count on.
Kyle starting to do a little more what you want, don't you?
A little bit. He shot the ball really well 2 days ago. He practiced half a practice yesterday, but he'll be fine.
Cal, they're forcing about 20-something turnovers a game. How prepared do you feel for that? How much have you worked with it?
We're not prepared. They'll scramble, and if the game is allowed to be physical, they'll turn us over a bunch. But it's what we need. I mean, it's not how much have we worked on press attack. We're still trying to get them to play hard. So we're trying to get them to play a full possession. We started working on situations yesterday, and that was just very average what we did. So we got to continue from this point on, working on some specialty things, but we still have the basics we got to get better at. The only way you create habits is do something every day. Well, if you do everything that we have to improve on every day, we'll have a 9-hour practice. So we are where we are right now.
Hey, Coach, is it possible that Ryan's absence has helped, build some depth that might help the team later in the year?
Yeah, but I'd rather have him here. That stuff gives guys an opportunity. Anytime you have injuries or things of that nature, things happen on your team, and maybe you didn't know or you're surprised. But the reality of it is, you'd rather go through without that kind of stuff.
How much is he going to have to make up? If he were ready today, how long do you think?
He's obviously the low man on the totem pole. You got to start from behind, and it's not that ain't no bad for him either, because now he's going to have to fight for time. He's behind everybody, which means you got to earn it in practice, and you got to, it's not all bad.
John, against this kind of more in defense, is this a game where you could really have used a Ryan Harrell?
Doesn't matter. We need to be pressed and played physical, and let's see what we're about. And if we'll be strong with the ball, if we're going to come to jump stops, if we'll come back and meet passes, if we'll make the extra pass, we'll find out. And this is all learning. I mean, we could have 30 turnovers and they beat our brains in. Could happen. I mean, we're a young team. We don't even know how we're going to respond to stuff.
What do you think of these SEC losses early, the way they've been playing, where Southern Miss gets all of them, Belmont gets a win?
Belmont got who?
Belmont got so many wins.
No, you're asking me. You don't even know. I'm really not following scores. Folks, I don't have time to do anything except try to coach my team. So I don't know. I know what our record is, I believe. What is it, 2-1? Okay. Other than that, I don't know anybody, who they played, how they've done. I have not watched 1 second of our league right now. I haven't. At the end of the day, you know, we're going to have 5, 6, 7 teams right there with the chance to be in the NCAA tournament and advance. We've had a team in the Final Four 4 of the last 7 years, I think, or 8 years. We've had a team in the Final Four. So the league is fine, and they'll be fine. And, you know, I wish them well unless they're playing us. I hope they get smashed.
I'm just trying to get a handle on trying to develop a young team such as you are. If this were an old school team, the mix of veterans and newcomers, how far ahead would you be right now with the 20-hour rule and all that stuff?
We don't ever go 20 hours anyway, but we would be obviously farther ahead because I would be able to teach them through watching their teammates. In other words, I don't have to do it myself, walk through it, stop it, do it again, do it again, do it again. They could watch a teammate do it. And then they mimic that, do what he just did, and then they do it. But this is different.
You said after the game that there was effort, and there's other guys who were playing like that. Did you notice that at all?
No. But Willie got mad because he said, I'm an energy guy too. I've just been sick. It's okay. I'll be watching.
You've said a couple times that you're still trying to figure out how this team is going to play. Are you any closer now than you were when you started, when the season started?
No, because we got to get through games and play people. The Duke game, we learned some stuff. Maryland, we learned some stuff. Lafayette, we learned some stuff. Now we put in our presses. We just put them in. So now we have our presses. 2 of our presses in. They're not very good, but they're in. So now we can press. We couldn't press before. We have some zone stuff in, so both the zone defense and zone. So now it's not very good, but we can do it. You know, our press attack is in. It's not very good, but it's in. And now we got to find out what we like about what we're doing and what will change. You put it in, you go with it. If you like it, fine. If you don't, we're playing different than we played a year ago. I like my team, but this will be a great test. I mean, they're all teams that are different, and that's what we need. Anything else?
Belmont beat Stanford, my bad.
Who did?
Belmont beat Stanford. I was talking SEC, they beat Stanford.
Did they come in our league?